Hey nutrition friends, it's Kate and Taylor here. We thought we would just touch base with you to go over some of the reoccurring questions we've been getting throughout this nutrition challenge. So say hi, Taylor.
Hi everyone.
So the first question we've been getting a few times is, what is more important, the number of calories that we're consuming or hitting our macronutrient targets? So I thought I'd get Taylor on here to tell us a little bit about the difference between calories and macros.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that for everyone, hitting our calories is going to be the most important step first, and then our macros. So by macros, I'm meaning like the carbs, fat, protein, all those goals that your nutrition coach has given you. But calories matter first because that's the energy we're giving our body. So no matter what our goals are, we're going to be wanting to get as close to that number as possible. So for weight loss and gain, we're going to need to increase or decrease how much calories we're consuming, because that will see how much we're going to gain or for our performance members, I think it's important to remember that we're trying to get calories so that we can increase our intensity for exercise. So we're focusing on our energy availability. So basically how much we're consuming food-wise versus how much we're burning. And we don't really want there to be a deficit there because there could be other health implications.
So if I'm one of those people that now I'm really consistently hitting my caloric targets, and I want to get a little bit closer on my macronutrients, is there one macronutrient that I should really be targeting first and foremost?
Yeah, I think that the next step would be to try to hit your protein. So we want that to maintain our lean body mass and also help our bodies recover, especially for exercising. So I think that would be the next step from there.
All right, so calories first and foremost, regardless of what my goals are, weight loss, weight gain, or performance. And then once I'm consistently hitting my calories, now I need to try and hit that protein target.
Exactly.
All right, so that's kind of the next question we had was, I'm consistently hitting my calories, but my protein seems to be low. Do you have any strategies for me to kind of get in more protein throughout the day?
Yeah, definitely. So I think we're all tracking, so we're able to look at what we're having on a day-to-day basis. So the first question to ask yourself is, am I having a significant protein source at all of my meals? If the answer is no, trying to have one at all of your meals. So breakfast, we're talking about eggs, yogurt, something like that, meat at lunch and dinner, and just trying to aim for a protein source every 3 to 4 hours. And then you should pretty much easily be hitting your goals. Another strategy could be to add a little bit more of a portion of protein. We're aiming, if we're having meat, for 4 to 6 ounces for a meal. That's probably a pretty good range. Another, if you're still struggling, trying to think of carbohydrate sources that also have a little bit of protein, like one of those combo foods. So, for example, quinoa and beans.
Love me some beans. So, we often talk about how we can get more food within these calorie ranges if we're eating foods that are not as calorically dense or ultra processed. But now some of us are feeling like at the end of the day, I have all these calories left and I'm not necessarily hungry. Should I be eating past my satiety level? Should I be eating once I'm no longer full? What do you think?
Yeah, so I think, trying to figure out, did this just happen once, you're reaching out, or is this something that's happening consistently? So if, this is the first time this happened, and you're just wondering, you have like 500 calories left and your goal is weight loss or gain, just realizing that, your body doesn't reset at the end of every day, maybe just focusing more on sleep, more recovery efforts, and moving on to the next day. But also if you feel like you can, or your goals are more performance-based, just trying to have, a small snack, try to get a little closer to your goals. But if this is more of a pattern, trying to ask yourself some other questions like, are you logging correctly? And this can be pretty difficult. I know we've both been seeing different logging strategies, and everyone's kind of been measuring or tracking their food a little differently. So going back and thinking, are you adding your cooking preparation methods? So if you're using oil, making sure you're logging that. That could be, quite a significant portion of your calories in your day. Then are you using the USDA or green check mark items? Because those are going to be, the verified items on MyFitnessPal, like the nutrient breakdown. Then how are you measuring your food? If you're using meat, are you measuring it while it's raw or cooked? And then are you choosing the correct one from there? Then how are you measuring it? Weighing is going to be the most accurate, and you don't necessarily have to use a scale, but even if you just do it a few times, it's really going to give you the most accurate interpretation of how much you're having. If you're using a measuring cup, trying to use the cup closest to what you're trying to measure. So if you're using a cup of rice, use the cup, not 2 half cups. It will just increase the accuracy there. Then lastly, the plate method, that definitely works, and just logging it that way, but just realizing that what you're logging probably is not accurate, and you'll probably need to rely on your hunger cues a little bit more.
Okay. So if it's a one-off day, I don't have to worry about it too much. But if consistently I'm finding that I'm under, that I should really just double check my log. Can I ask you as my nutrition coach to check it over for me as well?
Definitely feel free to reach out. And another thing you could try to do is log the day before, because then if you have questions, you'll have time to reach out to us and we can help you from there, rather than ending up at the end of the next day and kind of at a loss. Because again, you're really just trying to eat as many calories as you can while still reaching your goal. So having a plan will help you the most there.
That's such a great point. And actually, that was our last question. Do I need to eat all of my calories if I don't feel like I need them to feel full? Isn't eating less better? For example, if my nutrition coach told me I should eat 1,800 calories, but I'm full off of 1,600, shouldn't I just shoot for 1,600 calories?
So definitely, I would say no. Your nutrition coach calculated those calories based on, what you're doing day to day, your exercise level. So really, that's the amount of food you should be taking in to maintain your muscle mass, which you've worked so hard at getting, and also just keep your mood in check. No one likes a hangry human being. So we're just trying to eat as much as we can while still reaching our goals. So no, I don't think eating less calories is better. We want to continue this after the challenge too. So think about, is that lesser calorie amount, could you do that for more than 6 weeks?
So consistency and sustainability
Yes.
win the day.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, this is going to wrap it up for our first segment. And we're excited to answer more questions that you have. And a lot of you have very similar questions. So don't hesitate to reach out either individually or in the group message if you have questions that you want us to answer for you. Somebody else may have the very same question. But we're excited to see how the next week goes. And let us know what you're thinking and what you're feeling.
Yeah, thanks for listening, guys.
Bye.
Bye.